Okay guys, this is war number 6. We're going up against SB. I think we've played these guys before, but I cannot remember exactly. I'm bringing in my squad, Captain Vision, and Sparky. It's gonna get changed up eventually, but man, I'm having a good time with it. So first node of the day is node 11. This is the Rolling Thunder Enhanced Special 2. I have looks like a hood on it. Is it a 6-star hood? Yes, it looks like it. So I'm navigating over there. I'm sort of new to the middle lanes, or it's been a while anyway, so I'm trying to figure out which way to go. I took a look. It looks like they had already explored that side, so I just can go straight to the middle. Just checked the node to make sure I could actually arrive there. And yeah, so I decide, I think, to use Captain America Infinity War. I get the class advantage here, and that's going to be a-okay for me. We'll get into the fight, and my strategy is just going to be parry heavy. I mean, here's the thing. While I enjoy champions that use heavy attacks, I can see how someone would be turned off by this gameplay, or this like the way this guy actually does damage is by spamming heavy attacks. Obviously, I have that Fury up. I don't have to always use the heavy, but at least for war, I'm going for max sustainability. I'm going for yellow bar. So I get perfect parries, and I end up with a yellow bar right there, and that's kind of the way I want it all to go down. But anyway, I can see how it's sort of like, oh man, are you really just gonna parry heavy the whole time? Yes. So this one, I missed the first parry. I get in, and it's a yellow jacket, of course. It's a duped 6-star yellow jacket. Not terrible. Not a terrible thing to have. I mean, you know, as far as dupes go, that's pretty strong for defense. So the idea is for me not to get clipped by a special one. This node is not tricky or anything. I just got to be good about my evades. Unfortunately, sometimes I'm not always that good at evading, and I almost never get hit by the full special, but sometimes I get clipped by the end here. So right there, I do get clipped by the end. Luckily, it doesn't crit, and it's very low damage. It looks like I'm going to be able to get this out before Power Sting gets used. So I was kind of fighting the clock there, but it worked out. He would have stunned me if I didn't get that. So I do some scouting. It looks like this one's going to be a Mordo. He is common on this node. You can see I've faced him. 2 of the last 4 wars have been Mordo here, but I take in Vision with full confidence that I'll make it out of the fight. But there's something. I think I might take Sparky in next time if I see a Mordo here. There is something tricky though. Here's the thing, is that this is all or nothing. It is Mordo, so he's got passive power gain, and there's just a high armor, and I can't stun him either. So I end up taking a lot of block damage, way more than I probably would want. So he does these double mediums. I should have intercepted him right there. I was playing way too cautiously, kind of because I had just come out of dinner, and there was like a couple drinks, and I didn't know if my intercepts were going to be okay. I knew my baiting heavies was going to be okay, so I went with that strategy. But my potion stash definitely complained about it, because I have to heal up Vision. I need Vision again this war, so it's a shame that I had to take so much block damage when really this is a pretty straightforward fight here. So I get the only time I'm doing damage is on specials or when I crit, because this armor is really intense, and you can see that there's some lag. I do remember this lag. I remember thinking, geez, that's gonna be. I really hope I don't. The lag doesn't mess me up here. I get a parry. I should have thrown the special 2. That would have been the right thing to do, but I didn't end up doing that. I throw my special 3. I'm kind of like, okay, it's not gonna do much damage because of the armor. Maybe I'll get a little bit of damage done with the power burn. I think not really. So I'm actually kind of in a pickle here. I gotta wait for my next synthesis, turn off his power gain, back off a little bit. I'm waiting for synthesis, or at least some block damage, and then I can get another 5-hit combo, get the power drain, and then that does kill him finally. So that was, I mean, a long fight. I don't like facing Mordo on that node at all. The next one is the Dismay node. It's the mini boss. It's Quake, so I can't take my Captain, because the whole thing about Captain is baiting those heavies, and so they're gonna go with Quake. Not a bad placement at all, but I dueled Quake a few times before this fight, and I perfected my. Well, I already knew how to intercept on against Quake, against any champion really when you can't bait a heavy out. So my plan is to build up poise, not get against my wall, and then when it's time to do the intercept, I am gonna corner myself. So I'm backing up here. I want the wall. I go for the light intercept, and it works like a beauty. I'm going back up against the wall again to hopefully get to her first special one. She goes in. She cooperates. Right here, I'm dodging. I should be punishing that. Yep, and it looks like she also has suicides on, which is interesting. I don't know if it really makes a difference. I'm seeing a lot of people place with suicides lately. It's not doing them any favors, I don't think, on defense, but maybe it's helping them on offense and saving them units, which maybe they're using for boosts. So I can see the appeal. So I'm still at a yellow bar. I'm pretty happy about that. I do mess up there because instead of throwing the light attack, I blocked, but luckily I didn't let my block down, and it all goes okay. So no problems there with the Quake. I do scout the Vigor node, which is the Plague Mine, the Burden of Might, the Corner, the Vigor. This is the laundry list of nodes, and it turns out to be a Green Goblin. 6-star duped Green Goblin. So the second duped 6-star I faced this path. I was like, okay, I know Spider-Man can do this. He's probably the way to go. I just was like, yeah, I don't see why I wouldn't want to take Spider-Man in. But then I was starting to think, what if I can't punish his specials? I'm just dexing all the time. I've got no power. And then I looked at the Vigor, and you know what? I said, you know, I think I'm gonna go in with Captain, because I can block his specials. I have that higher block proficiency, and I feel like I'll be more comfortable again with Captain. So. And I have he has suicides on, so this was a really interesting interaction, because I have tech champions on my team, so I can parry and get the petrify sometimes. I have a fairly low sig level, and this guy is cornered in a suicide, so the intense power gain is here. So I'm really glad that I brought Captain, because my strategy, if I can finally get a petrify, is to reduce the regen and actually sort of reverse the regen. So I'm parrying everything I can, and you can see here that I'm reversing his regen now. And he is going down quickly. It is an interesting little strategy here, but it worked out for the best with these petrifies, because I couldn't attack into him very much with that cornered and that poison. So the poison was giving him the intense power gain, but he ended up going down really quick. So I was thankful for that, and thankful that that worked. And I can't wait to have my Captain at Sig 200, where I can just guarantee those things. But anyway, now it's time for my potions to take a hit. I should have healed them up earlier before. Actually, no, I'm not boosted yet. I didn't boost at all so far. I'm trying to save on boosts. Boosts are kind of dwindling a little bit. Oops, I think that sound is coming through. Oops. Alright, so anyway, I will try to mute that at the same time as commentating on this fight. This is just another Void fight, and I've been doing these for a while now. All I really got to do is not get hit, just keep him power drained, try not to launch those specials, and then try not to make him launch those specials. Sorry, I was getting really distracted, but I think I've got it now. And not get hit. But what I did is I did get hit, and it's gonna take me a while to make up this to make up this 10 hits. He throws a 5-hit combo into me, which it like. There's not very many things that that really make me angry, and the AI is it's just maddening that they do this, that they throw 5 hits into your block. I mean, it is just cruel. But anyway, I finally catch up to him. I'm back on the 10-hit cycles, actually pretty perfectly here. Here comes an agility debuff, and I'm able to purify that perfectly. The fight is back under control. Sorry about those dings. I didn't realize that those were happening. In the background, I could see the notifications coming up, but I didn't know that they were making a noise. Anyway, he's almost done. He's got 59 armor breaks. My hits are going to be hitting pretty hard now. 1 crit should probably do this. Oh, man, 2 crits it looks like, but he goes down. So we move on to fight number 7. Fight number 7 is the Plagued Mind Limber Kinetic Reactor mini-boss. I've never fought a Thor Ragnarok on here before, so I consulted with the officers. I like taking 2 mini-bosses. It is a lot of fun taking 2 mini-bosses. I've been enjoying that. But this one is going to be going with Sparky. Everyone said, oh, it's so easy with Sparky. It's super easy with Sparky. Everyone says, go in with Sparky. Okay, so I go in with Sparky. It was really easy. I shouldn't have healed up maybe for it. I should be more conscious of potions and glory. But, you know, I did heal up. I maxed out for it. And my goal was to build poise, not worrying about the node or the kinetic reactor. Apparently you can use kinetic reactor to your advantage with Thor Ragnarok. You can make him hit into your block and gain some power and throw a special. So that's something you don't want to do with like Punisher, for example, because those specials will go crazy on you. But maybe with Thor Ragnarok, it sounds like it's something that you can use to your advantage. So I throw my special at 19 hits, knowing it's a 2-hit special. Perfect right there. He throws another one. He's taunted. I'm at 9 poise charges, 8 poise charges. I mean, it looks like I've run out of parries, but it's pretty much over. Bait that heavy out. I go in for another 5 hits. I need to bait out one more special one. He complies, and then we move forward with the kill. So I do get some boss action this war. It's a Medusa boss, and I guess our Corvus users were busy, and so they said, you know, one of the captains should go in. So I said I'll go, and I healed up. I boosted up. I had some 20% boost on. I had the 200% science boost on. I didn't have any of the 12% enhanced special boosts. But let's just analyze this node here. So what I'm doing is I'm parrying heavy. I'm getting kinetically charged. She's got living strands. So right now the only way to attack into her really is to punish her heavy with my own heavy. The block damage seems to be going pretty well. I'm not taking too much block damage, but she is definitely not complying super well with the baiting of the heavies. She does throw a special. I am able to come in here and get some distance in. Unfortunately, I didn't have my Fury up at that time, so I didn't get as much damage as I want, but I go in. I was cautious. I decide to back out. I have to wait out a whole living strands again before I throw a special, which is a pain in the ass. I think what I could do, that I didn't do, is charge the heavy and without it hitting, throw the special. That's something I'm not comfortable doing right now. I have to practice it before I go for it. So anyway, I have an invulnerability boost on. I don't know if you guys could see that. So I'm not worried about pushing her into a special 3. But look at this. She's not throwing the heavy. That was like 10 hits into my block without her throwing the heavy. Finally, she starts complying. I'm like, I gotta throw a special 3. I'm wasting power here. So I throw the special 3 with a big Fury, get the 20% perfect bonus damage. I'm wondering how much this damage is gonna do. I'm a minute and a half in, and she's at 55%. So theoretically, I can make this happen. But the special animations take forever. So she throws her own special 3. Oh, I'm just watching the clock. I'm like, okay, I really need to pick up the pace here. What I really need is a special 2 90,000 crit or whatever it does. So Armor Shatter is actually healing me a little bit with willpower. That's nice. I'll take that. And I'm back to building my charges here. I get a special 2, but it doesn't crit and it doesn't do enough damage to really make an effect. So I'm like, okay, dang it. Let's keep going. Let's build up those charges again. So I block those hits. We're up to 5 charges again, which is good. And it looks like I'm going to be able to launch another special 2 when she doesn't have living strands, right? I could take another special 3 if needed. But I thought that hit was going to give me the power I needed to launch the special 2, and it looked like it just was barely short. So it threw a special 1, which is not no damage, but it's not very much damage either. So here I am, 30 seconds left, trying to pull something out. I have another special 2 coming up. Just barely missed that 5-hit combo there. Throw another heavy. That time I waited for it to get 2 bars of power. I need to bait this special 2 or heavy. I should have thrown the special there. Ugh, I should have thrown it. So here we go, and of course she's gonna block it because of auto block, and that's pretty much it for me. I sort of start panicking. I lose my indestructible. I throw another special right at the end, and of course I time out. So unfortunately for me, that was a timeout and the end of my war. Somebody else went and cleaned up. So I put this together. This is the bottom of the overlay that you guys don't see all the time. I'm not able to actually, I thought I was going to be able to show this, but we'll see in a second. Those are the war summary. You know, I used some glory. went 7-1. That one counts as a death, so I have 2 deaths for the season. I'll try and get this war result above there. We did win the war, so we go up to 2-4. We're gonna try and salvage our season here. Man, it's gonna take a while. We're gonna have to win a couple more in a row. But yeah, sorry guys, this is a long video because of the boss fight and because some of those really long fights. So I'm gonna cut it here, and you guys enjoy the rest of your day. And yeah, thanks for watching. Take care.